Welcome back to our channel. We hope you'll find valuable content here. If you enjoy our channel, please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Let's dive in. Imagine a lion in the wild, the king of the jungle. It roams freely, hunts, faces daily challenges, and grows stronger. Now, picture a lion in the circus, confined and performing tricks. It's safe, fed, and comfortable, but is it truly living to its potential? A tale of two lions. Let's embark on a journey of imagination and consider two lions. The first is the lion of the jungle. This lion is the epitome of freedom and strength. It roams the vast savanna with authority, its mane flowing in the wind. Every day is a new adventure, filled with challenges that test its mettle. When it hunts, it uses all its senses, strategizing and taking risks. Each successful hunt and every narrow escape from danger is a lesson learned, adding to its experience and wisdom. This lion grows in every sense. It becomes stronger, more capable, and more confident in its place as the king of the jungle. Now, let's turn our gaze to a different scene, the circus. Here, another lion lives a life that's starkly different. This lion, though majestic, is confined within the limits of a cage or a performance arena. Its meals are provided, its actions are scripted, and its environment is controlled. There's no need for the hunt, no call for the thrill of the chase, and no growth through overcoming the challenges of the wild. This lion performs the same tricks every day, a spectacle for an audience, but it doesn't grow, it merely exists. It's safe, yes, and comfortable, but at what cost? This metaphor of the two lions serves as a powerful reminder of what we stand to lose when we confine ourselves to the comfort zone. Just like the circus lion, we may feel safe in our routines and our predictable environments, but in this safety, there is a hidden danger, the peril of stagnation. The comfort zone, a velvet trap. The comfort zone is akin to a velvet trap, soft, inviting, and ensnaring. It's human nature to seek out comfort. We are wired to avoid pain and seek pleasure. But in this natural inclination lies a trap that can lead to a life half-lived. When we choose the path of least resistance, we forfeit the opportunity to discover what lies beyond the horizon of our current capabilities. In the comfort zone, life is predictable. There are few surprises, and even fewer challenges. It's like living on autopilot, where the days blend into each other, devoid of the zest that comes from pursuing something greater. But growth, real, meaningful growth, doesn't happen in the realm of the known and the tried. It happens out there, in the wild, where the jungle lion thrives. Embracing the wild, the path to growth. To be a lion of the jungle rather than of the circus is to embrace the wild, the unknown, the uncomfortable, and the challenging. It's to recognize that the essence of life is not found in the mere act of surviving, but in the vibrant pursuit of thriving. It's about choosing to face the elements, to hunt, to live by one's wits, and to grow in the process. The comfort zone, a velvet trap. In this section, we explore the nature of the comfort zone and why it's so alluring yet potentially detrimental to our development. The comfort zone is like a cozy nest that we create around ourselves. It's made up of our daily routines, the familiar faces we see, the well-trodden paths we walk, and the predictable outcomes we expect. While this nest provides us with a sense of security and ease, it also insulates us from the very experiences that could lead to our growth. The allure of comfort. Comfort is seductive. It whispers promises of ease and relief from the harshness of the world. In our comfort zones, there's little risk of failure or rejection, which appeals to our most basic instincts for survival. But this safety is an illusion. It's a gilded cage that offers protection while simultaneously clipping our wings, preventing us from soaring to new heights. The cost of comfort. The price we pay for remaining in our comfort zone is the loss of our potential. When we choose comfort over challenge, we trade growth for stagnation. We may avoid the discomfort of failure, but we also miss out on the lessons it teaches. We forfeit the joy of discovery and the pride that comes with overcoming obstacles. In essence, we sacrifice the extraordinary on the altar of the ordinary. Breaking free. To break free from the comfort zone, we must first recognize its boundaries. These are not just physical but also mental and emotional. They are the I can'ts, the I've never done's, and the what ifs that keep us tethered to the familiar. Recognizing these boundaries is the first step towards pushing past them. Embracing discomfort. Embracing discomfort is not about seeking out pain or hardship for their own sake. It's about understanding that discomfort is often a precursor to growth. It's the tension in the muscles as they strengthen, the strain of the mind as it learns, and the unease of the spirit as it reaches for something greater. The growth rings, understanding environments for growth. The growth rings theory presents a model that categorizes environments based on their conduciveness to growth. It's a framework that helps us understand why some settings make us flourish while others leave us feeling stifled. Stagnation, the silent killer. At one end of the spectrum, we have stagnation. This is where too much control and order have led to a static environment. It's characterized by a lack of innovation and creativity. In a stagnant environment, everything is so predictable and safe that there's no incentive to change or grow. It's the comfort zone taken to an extreme, where the status quo reigns supreme, and the status quo is often mediocrity. Chaos, the double-edged sword. On the opposite end is chaos. Here, there's an absence of predictability and control. While chaos can be a hotbed for creativity and innovation, it can also be overwhelming and paralyzing. Without some semblance of order, the constant unpredictability can be as detrimental to growth as stagnation. It's a realm where it's hard to build because the ground is always shifting. Order, the deceptive comfort. Order is a step away from stagnation, offering a balance of predictability and comfort. It's the well-organized environment where everything has its place. However, the deceptive part of order is that it can lull us into complacency. When everything runs like clockwork, we might stop seeking ways to improve or innovate. We become content with how things are, and that contentment can prevent us from reaching for how things could be. Complexity, the crucible of growth. Complexity is where true growth occurs. It's an environment that strikes a balance between order and chaos. There's enough unpredictability to keep us on our toes, yet enough structure to give our efforts direction. In complexity, we find the challenges that stimulate growth, the unpredictability that fosters innovation, and the feedback that guides our learning. Navigating the rings. Understanding these environments is crucial for personal development. It's about knowing when to introduce more structure to a chaotic situation or when to shake things up in a stagnant one. It's about striving for complexity, where the magic of growth happens. Stagnation and chaos, the extremes of growth. In this section, we delve deeper into the first two rings, stagnation and chaos. These are the extremes that can hinder growth if not navigated carefully. Stagnation, the silent killer. Stagnation is often not immediately noticeable. It creeps in when we're comfortable, when we've found a routine that works and we stick to it without question. It's like sitting in a slowly cooling bath, not realizing it's getting cold until we're left shivering. In a stagnant environment, we stop seeking new experiences and challenges. We may think we're maintaining the status quo, but in reality, we're regressing, as the world moves forward and we do not. The dangers of stagnation. The dangers of stagnation are many. It can lead to a lack of motivation, a decrease in creativity, and an aversion to change. When we're stagnant, we're not just standing still, we're losing the ability to adapt, which is crucial in a world that's constantly evolving. Stagnation can make us obsolete, both in our personal lives and in our careers. Chaos, the double-edged sword. Chaos, while often seen as the antithesis of stagnation, is not necessarily conducive to growth either. It's a state of constant upheaval, where change is so rapid and unpredictable that it's hard to establish a foothold. Living in chaos is like being in a storm at sea, where the waves keep coming, and there's no respite. It can be thrilling at first, but over time, it's exhausting and disorienting. The paradox of chaos. The paradox of chaos is that while it can be a catalyst for change and innovation, it can also be overwhelming to the point where it hinders growth. Without some stability, it's difficult to build upon experiences and learn from them. Chaos can scatter our energies and efforts, making it hard to maintain a clear direction or purpose. Finding balance. The key to navigating stagnation and chaos is finding balance. It's about introducing enough change to prevent stagnation without tipping into the relentless turmoil of chaos. It's a delicate dance, moving back and forth between comfort and challenge, stability and change. Order, the deceptive comfort. In this section, we discuss the state of order, which, while seemingly beneficial, can be subtly deceptive in its comfort. Order represents an environment of predictability and routine. It's where everything has a place, and there's a place for everything. On the surface, order seems like the ideal state. It's where we feel in control and at ease. However, this very sense of control and predictability can be a double-edged sword. The allure of order. The allure of order lies in its simplicity and the sense of control it provides. In an ordered environment, risks are minimized, and outcomes are more or less guaranteed. There's a clear structure to follow, rules to abide by, and expectations to meet. This can provide a great sense of security and stability, which is inherently comforting to us as humans. The hidden risks of order. However, the hidden risk of order is that it can lead to complacency. When we're too comfortable, we don't feel the need to seek out new challenges or push our boundaries. We might start to believe that we've figured it all out, that we've reached the pinnacle of our growth. This mindset can prevent us from exploring new ideas and opportunities, leaving us unprepared for the inevitable changes that life brings. The comfort trap. Order can become a trap, one that lulls us into a false sense of accomplishment. It's like running on a treadmill. We might be moving, but we're not going anywhere new. We're not exploring, not discovering, and ultimately, not growing. The comfort trap of order can keep us from the very experiences that would lead to our greatest achievements and insights. Order as a foundation. It's important to note that order is not inherently bad. In fact, it can serve as a strong foundation from which to grow. The key is to not become so entrenched in order that we resist change. We must use the stability that order provides as a launchpad for exploration into the unknown, where true growth occurs. Complexity, the crucible of growth. Complexity is the environment where true growth occurs. It is the sweet spot between the rigidness of order and the unpredictability of chaos. In complexity, there is enough novelty and challenge to push us out of our comfort zones, but also enough familiarity and structure to not feel overwhelmed. This balance is crucial for learning, adaptation, and development. The nature of complexity. Complexity arises from a dynamic interplay of various factors. It is not random like chaos, nor is it overly controlled like order. Complexity is characterized by a network of interconnected elements that influence one another in unpredictable ways. This interconnectedness often leads to novel situations, requiring us to adapt and learn continuously. Growth in complexity. In a complex environment, we are constantly challenged to solve problems, to think critically, and to innovate. These challenges are what drive personal and professional growth. They force us to stretch beyond our current capabilities, to learn new skills, and to improve existing ones. As we navigate through complexity, we become more resilient and versatile. The benefits of complexity. The benefits of engaging with complexity are manifold. It enhances our ability to deal with ambiguity, strengthens our problem-solving skills, and fosters creativity. It also prepares us for the inevitable changes and disruptions that occur in our personal lives and professional fields. Embracing complexity. To embrace complexity, we must be willing to step into the unknown and to be comfortable with not having all the answers. It requires a mindset that views challenges as opportunities for growth rather than threats. Embracing complexity means being proactive about learning and being open to change. Triggering complexity, the path to dynamic growth. Triggering complexity involves moving beyond the familiar territories of order and the uncomfortable edges of chaos to create an environment where dynamic growth is possible. It's about intentionally seeking out or creating situations that challenge us and require us to adapt and learn. Forced complexity. Sometimes, complexity is forced upon us by external circumstances. This could be a sudden change in the market, a new competitor disrupting the industry, or an unexpected personal life event. These situations thrust us into complexity, demanding that we adapt quickly and learn in the process. Guided complexity. Complexity can also be introduced through guidance, such as mentorship, coaching, or leadership within an organization. A mentor or coach can challenge us to take on tasks that stretch our abilities, while leaders can create a culture that encourages innovation and continuous improvement. Self-initiated complexity. The most empowering way to trigger complexity is to initiate it ourselves. This means stepping out of our comfort zones voluntarily, setting challenging goals, and pursuing new experiences that force us to grow. It's about being proactive in our personal and professional development. Historical examples. Throughout history, individuals have triggered complexity by challenging the existing order. For instance, innovators like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk have disrupted industries by introducing groundbreaking technologies. Social changemakers like Martin Luther King Jr. or Malala Yousafzai have challenged societal norms, triggering complex social movements that led to growth and progress. The role of discomfort. Embracing discomfort is crucial in triggering complexity. It's about recognizing that feeling uncomfortable is often a sign that we're on the verge of learning something new. It's a signal that we're pushing the boundaries of our current capabilities and expanding our horizons. Embracing discomfort, the gateway to exponential growth. Embracing discomfort is not just about tolerating a lack of ease, it's about actively seeking out and leaning into the challenges that make us feel uneasy. It's in these moments, when we're out of our depth and forced to stretch beyond our current abilities, that the most significant growth occurs. Discomfort as a growth precursor. Discomfort signals that we're on the edge of our competencies, pushing into the unknown. It's a precursor to growth because it indicates that we're engaging with something new and challenging. Just like muscles that must be stressed to grow stronger, our abilities and skills expand when they're tested. The strengthening effect of tension. There's a strengthening effect that comes from the tension of discomfort. It forces us to be resourceful, to find new ways of doing things, and to innovate. This tension is not something to be avoided but rather embraced as a natural and necessary part of the growth process. Moving beyond the comfort zone. To truly embrace discomfort, we must be willing to move beyond the familiar confines of our comfort zones. This means taking risks, trying new things, and being prepared to fail and learn from those failures. It's about adopting a mindset that values growth over comfort and sees every challenge as an opportunity to learn. The role of resilience. Resilience plays a key role in embracing discomfort. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks and to persevere through difficulties. Resilience is what allows us to continue pushing forward, even when the path is uncomfortable, knowing that the rewards of growth are on the other side. Cultivating a growth mindset. Cultivating a growth mindset is essential for embracing discomfort. It involves believing that our abilities are not fixed but can be developed through dedication and hard work. It's about being open to feedback, willing to make mistakes, and always looking for ways to improve. Impact on the world, the ripple effect of personal growth. When individuals embrace discomfort and engage in personal growth, the effects can ripple out, influencing their communities, industries, and even society at large. Personal transformation can lead to collective progress, and the willingness to step out of one's comfort zone can inspire others to do the same. Personal growth leading to societal growth. The journey of personal growth often starts with the individual but doesn't end there. As people develop new skills and expand their understanding, they can contribute more effectively to their communities. They become better leaders, innovators, and problem solvers, which can lead to societal advancements and solutions to complex global issues. The power of role models. Individuals who embrace discomfort and achieve growth serve as powerful role models. They demonstrate what's possible when we push beyond our perceived limits. Their stories can motivate others to undertake their own journeys of growth, creating a virtuous cycle of development and inspiration. Innovation and progress. The willingness to leave the comfort zone is at the heart of innovation. When people are not afraid to question the status quo and explore new possibilities, they can drive progress in technology, science, business, and the arts. This progress can lead to breakthroughs that benefit all of humanity. Cultural and social change. Embracing discomfort is also a catalyst for cultural and social change. When individuals challenge existing norms and advocate for change, they can shift societal attitudes and behaviors. This can lead to more inclusive, equitable, and just societies. The global impact. On a global scale, the collective growth of individuals can lead to international cooperation, peacebuilding, and the tackling of global challenges like climate change, poverty, and health crises. The growth of individuals contributes to the resilience and adaptability of humanity as a whole. In conclusion, the journey of personal and professional growth is akin to the life of a lion in the jungle. It's about embracing the wild, unpredictable nature of our existence and stepping away from the scripted performances of the circus. This metaphorical jungle is where true growth and fulfillment lie, and while it may not be the easiest path, it is undeniably the most rewarding. Embracing the wild, the essence of growth. To be a lion of the jungle is to accept the inherent uncertainties and challenges that come with pursuing our true potential. It's about recognizing that comfort often signals stagnation and that the most significant achievements are found beyond the boundaries of our comfort zones. The unpredictable nature of life. Life, much like the jungle, is unpredictable. It doesn't conform to our expectations or desires. Instead, it demands adaptability, resilience, and courage. These are the traits of those who thrive in the face of complexity and chaos, who find order in the disorder, and who see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Leaving the circus behind. The circus represents the safe and predictable environments we create to avoid discomfort. While it may offer temporary security, it ultimately limits our growth. Leaving the circus behind means stepping out into the world with all its unpredictability and seizing the opportunities that come with it. A life of fulfillment and achievement. Choosing the path of the lion in the jungle is choosing a life of fulfillment and achievement. It's a commitment to continuous learning, to pushing the limits of what we believe is possible, and to making a meaningful impact on the world. The legacy of growth. The legacy we leave behind will not be measured by the comfort we enjoyed but by the growth we achieved and the challenges we overcame. It's about the lives we touch, the innovations we contribute to, and the progress we drive.